Hi friends, I'm Ruel and today we're going to be playing Dragon Run. Now this is a very special game to me. This is a game that I played the very first time I went to an open gaming night 10 years ago in 2015, and I got my own copy afterwards, and I've been playing it ever since. It's a game by Bruno Cathala. It is a push your luck, a dungeon crawl game. It plays for 2 to 5 players. I've set it up for the 2-player game. I'll be the warrior today. Michelle will be the scout. We each start with 4 random treasure cards here. I've got treasures here, so these are worth the amount of gold that's on them. So this is worth 2, this is worth 3, and this is worth 1. So that's the gold right there. And I also have a potion of vision, which I'll talk about as we go. Michelle's got her cards, and what you're doing on your turn, you're going to do one of a couple of things. You're either going to charge into the room, which is go to the location here and reveal the card, or you're going to hide because there's a dragon here, folks, and this dragon is going to burn you sometime. So to hide, you're just going to discard a treasure worth at least 1, such as this, and then you're going to try to do a sneak test. And then I'll talk about that if we do that. And then there's a third option, cry like a baby, where you are just going to discard one of these 2 and you will not have to go here. Because as you see here, there are 10 location cards, and there's a bunch of stuff you can do, like draw a treasure card. You may take another turn. The next player cannot cry like a baby, etc. And of course, the dragon. So the dragon, if you reveal on your turn, you're going to turn over your card, and that's basically your hit points. You're on the the shaded card, so that means you have 1 life left. If you get knocked out, if you get 2 hits, you're just done. The game is over for you, and whoever is left in the game continues, or in this case, the 2-player version, they win because, well, they have to survive, right? They have to survive. So every time the dragon breathes fire, they lose part of their temper. So they're super mad here at 5 at the 2-player game. They'll keep going down. When it gets to 0, that's when the game is over. Whoever's left over will count their treasures, and whoever has the most wins. So I'm going to shuffle up the location cards, okay? And then I'll be taking the first turn. And there's the location. So, of course, I'm going to take the first action, which is charge. I'm going to go here. Now, let's take a look at our powers here. I can fight the dragon. If I roll the die, I'll 0. I take a point of damage, no effect. I can draw a treasure card, or I can draw 2 treasure cards, and the dragon will lose a temper point. Now, we can do each of our powers before our turn, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to jump right in and charge. And hey, draw one of the last 3 discarded treasures. Well, unfortunately, there isn't, so Boo earns. Now, at this point, my turn could be over, or I can charge, or I can do another action. Can I do another action? I believe. No, I can't, because this card here has the hand. That means talk to the hand. No, it means stop. So my turn is over. So it is Michelle's turn. She has the scout. She says, take a sneak peek at the top card of the dungeon deck. Now, she likes that because she can take a peek and she can decide whether to go then or not. But I think she's going to go and jump right into it. She's going to go charge. Says, draw a treasure. Okay, Michelle's draws that. It's 1. You may take another turn. So remember, there's 10 cards here. So just based on math, I think she has a good shot at continuing. So I don't know. That dragon won't be there. Michelle says, I'm going to charge. Go to the next room. Draw a treasure. You may take another turn. Okay, so she's drawn more treasure. Okay, so draw a treasure. You may take another turn. Now, does she use her power here? Take a sneak peek at the top card of the dungeon deck. She will. So she's going to just turn this over like that, 90 degrees. Going to take a peek. And she says, oh, that's pretty cool. So it says, draw or discard until you have exactly 4 treasures. Okay, so let's see. She has 5 right now. So she's going to pass on that because that doesn't do her any good. Okay, so Michelle's done. I did not see this. I don't know. She said pass. Oh no, Ruel. I'm thinking maybe that was the dragon card. That's why she's passed. So I'm going to hide. So to hide, I'm going to discard a card that's worth at least 1. So I'm going to discard this treasure. Okay. And then I have to pass a sneak test. So the sneak test is this D10 right here. I have to roll a die, and then let's see what happens. It is a 3. So if it is higher than the number of location cards, then the dragon loses 1 temper. So 1, 2, 3, it is not. So it must. So this means since it is not, I have to charge. I do have to go to the next card. And I find out it's a draw or discard until you have exactly 4 treasures. So I'm going to draw. There's 3, and there's 4. I now have 4 treasures, and that's the end of my turn. Okay. Now let's go to Michelle. She's already done this here. She can cry like a baby, which means she has to discard a treasure worth at least 2, or she can do these 2 treasures. Or she does have a potion of healing. So the potion of healing, even if she gets hit by the dragon, she can heal. So she's not too worried about it. She reused her power for this turn, so she's gonna go charge, and it is the dragon. Wah wah. So now the dragon has gone down here. Michelle flips this over. She's been burned. Okay. Now we shuffle all the dragon card or location cards. Okay. And we start a new round. Okay. There's the shuffle. Okay. Now Michelle, the start of the new round, we reset our abilities. I did not use mine, but she is going to use her healing potion to heal. So now she goes back around there. Okay. Cool. And that's pretty much how you play Dragon Run, friends. It's a super quick game. I'll just keep going until the dragon gets down to 0, and then you score it up. One thing, there are several different characters in the game. Let me show you some of the others. So the warrior, before my turn, and I can do this, let's just say it's my turn. I can roll the die, and I'm going to fight the dragon. So I've rolled a 9. So the 9 says draw 2 treasure cards, and the dragon loses 1 temper point. So it pushes it closer to the end of the game. And I draw 2 treasures. Wow, look at that. So this is what I have right now. So I've got a bunch of treasure, and I do have a potion of vision. The potion of vision is sort of like Michelle's power, where I can look at the location coming up and determine if I want to go. Now, the other cards, the other characters that are available, plenty of characters here. So the thief, you can steal a treasure from one of your opponents at any time. The coward, cry like a baby without paying any gold. So this is the thing where you can just cry like a baby and it passes your turn, but you don't have to discard any gold. That's the official sound, by the way. You have the psychic. If you guess and discard cards in your opponent's hands, you'll guess a card and you can make them discard. So that's sort of it's got a little bit of take that in this, folks. The cleric, heal an adventure of your choice or heal yourself. So, I don't know, maybe you want to heal someone just to be nice or continue the game. Or maybe, I don't know, in my version of the game, we could heal someone else, but you have to pay some treasure. And finally, the wizard. Reuse the most recently discarded potion. So this is actually cool, because if I was the wizard and I got burned by the dragon, Michelle had she had previously used the potion of healing. I could use my ability to take this and heal myself. So that's pretty cool. So if I was here, I use that potion of healing because of my power. So I would go like that, and then, hey, I'm healed. So I still have 2 hit points. But yeah, at the end of the game, if players are left over, you just count up your treasure, and whoever has the most treasure wins. If there is a tie, whoever has the single most valuable treasure. In this case, I have 4. Michelle, yeah, but I think I had more anyway, so I would have won. But again, you play, depending on your player count, you're starting at 8, 7, 6, or 5, and you go until there's 1 player left. The player with the most treasure wins. That's it, as long as you survive. Now, there are games when everyone gets knocked out by the dragon because you just push your luck and you're just unlucky. I've seen it happen. It is hilarious. And at that point, no one wins. The dragon wins. So there is a scenario where no one wins. But thanks so much for watching, friends. That is Dragon Run. That's the first game I played at an open gaming night when I started my board gaming journey years ago. I want to thank you again for watching, and be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. And until next time, we'll see you later. Bye, friends.